Provoking spirits. They feed off of your reaction. They need your response. Give them nothing. Pay them dust. Have you ever noticed some people seem determined to get under your skin? They poke, criticize, insult, and twist your words. And strangely, the moment you react, they become calm. Why? Not all battles are won with louder voices. They are won with greater self-control. Whether you understand this as spiritual warfare, manipulation, or emotional provocation, there are people and situations that thrive on pulling you out of your peace. In this video, we are exposing 3 tactics of the provoking spirit, and more importantly, how you can stop feeding it. Sometimes your greatest victory isn't what you say, but what you refuse to respond to. Welcome to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaneyah Love Show. I am Shaneyah Love. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Let's get into it. There is an old saying, and it goes like this: never wrestle with a pig, for if you do, you'll both get dirty, but the pig enjoys it. Spiritually speaking, provoking spirits operate in similar ways. Their goal isn't communication, it's reaction. Whether they are motivated by pride, envy, manipulation, unresolved pain, trauma, or what some people understand as demonic influence, the goal of the provoking spirit is to pull you out of wisdom and into emotion. Let's ground this in wisdom. Scripture reminds us in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Notice how one response calms the situation while the other stirs up conflict. That means that your response determines whether or not the fire grows or dies. Now let's get into the 3 tactics. Number 1, they create emotional hooks. A provoking spirit studies your emotional triggers. They know what hurts. They know what hurts you. They know what will make you defensive. They know what will make you try to prove yourself. They'll test your integrity. They'll disrespect and disregard your boundaries. They'll make subtle comments that only you will understand. Not because they want answers, but because they want access. Access to your peace. Access to your attention. Access to your emotional energy. Psychology calls this emotional baiting. When we view this from the standpoint of spiritual warfare, this can be viewed as temptation to get you to abandon your self-control. The more emotional you become, the less clearly you think. So how do you handle this? Recognize the hook. Don't take the bait. Not every invitation deserves acceptance. Silence is oftentimes more powerful than any explanation. Sometimes the strongest response is no response. Number 2, they thrive on your attention. They thrive on your attention. Some people don't want or need agreement. They need engagement. They need your engagement. Think about it. If someone can occupy your thoughts for hours on end, if they can live rent-free in your mind, they are influencing your life long after the conversation has ended. You are still replaying the interaction in your mind over and over and over again, imagining different responses. imagining better responses. You may be feeling angry. You may be feeling anxious. Meanwhile, they've moved on, or worse, they are satisfied knowing that they have stolen your peace. Let's ground this in scripture. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." Do not play into the manipulation. You cannot overcome manipulation by becoming manipulated. Your peace is too valuable. Protect it. Sometimes paying someone dust isn't disrespect, it's wisdom. Number 3, they want you to look like the problem. They want you to look like the bad guy, the bad gal. This is one of the oldest tricks in the book. This is one of the oldest tricks in the book. One of the oldest tactics is provocation followed by victimhood. They provoke you and then they act like the victim. They act like you did it to them. Meanwhile, they stirred you up. They stirred the pot. They did everything in their power to get a reaction. And now they're playing the victim. Imagine someone pushes you, pushes and pushes until finally you explode. And now everyone sees your reaction. But they didn't see what the person was doing to get you to react. Very few people have witnessed the 100 quiet moments, manipulated moments, calculated moments that have led to your explosive reaction. This is why discernment matters. Don't allow temporary emotions to cause you to create permanent consequences. Guard your words, guard your actions, guard your reputation. Remember, people will remember the explosion, not the pressure that caused it. So your composure is your protection. All in all, here's how you can handle a provoking spirit. First, slow your response. A slower response is usually a wiser response. Second, don't explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Know the difference between someone who is seeking understanding versus someone who is simply seeking ammunition to use against you. Third, stay emotionally disciplined. Peace isn't weakness, it's evidence of your maturity. And finally, pray for discernment. Test the spirits. Not everyone deserves access to your emotions. Sometimes the goal isn't to win the argument, but to protect your spirit. When you no longer allow people to have control over your emotions, they lose power over your decisions. Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every accusation deserves your defense. And not every insult deserves your attention. Sometimes the greatest act of spiritual strength is giving the provoking spirit absolutely nothing to feed on. Pay it dust. Protect your peace and walk away with your dignity intact. If this message resonated with you, comment peace below. Let this be your declaration and decree that you refuse to give your emotional authority to anyone. And if you know someone who finds themselves in constant conflict, please share this video with them. This message may be exactly what they need to hear. Thank you for watching Spiritual Awakening with Shaneyah Love. Remember, stay vigilant, stay blessed,